Welcome back. All right, gentlemen, this assembly marks the beginning of your journey towards building a fully functioning state government from scratch. In just a few brief moments, we will reveal the winners of each city's municipal election. By the time you all leave this auditorium, you'll have a mayor ready to lead your city to greatness. Who's excited? I like to hear. Now, this is a session where I expect y'all to be a little loud and rowdy, okay? And if you haven't caught on yet, we like to do things big here at Missouri Boys State. We can't just have anybody give the oath of office to the man tasked with leading your cities this week. So in that spirit, I am pleased to announce we have a guest joining us to swear in your newly elected mayors. Malik is Missouri's 48th state treasurer. He was elected to a full term as state treasurer in November 2024 and is the first person, sorry guys, sorry. He's the first person to serve in statewide office, the first person of color to serve in statewide office in Missouri history. He is currently the highest-ranking Republican Indian American in elected office in the United States and is the fourth immigrant to serve as Missouri State Treasurer. Prior to becoming state treasurer, he served his local community as an attorney and businessman, and he is now here with us to swear in and welcome our newly elected municipal officials. Please give a warm welcome to Missouri State Treasurer Malik. Thank you. This is on.
Wow. I like the energy. Let's do it one more time. Good afternoon. And good afternoon to you all young men of Missouri Boys State. My name is Malik, and I know a lot of people sometimes have a problem pronouncing it, so it's pronounced as Vivek like in cake. Just think about the sweetness that you get in your mouth when you think about cake. That's what Vivek gets you. So, just to tell you a little story about my name. When I was chosen to serve as state treasurer, a lot of people said, "Who is Vivek?" And then this young guy by the name of Vivek Ramaswamy came, and everybody started talking about Vivek. And then a couple months ago, I was in the White House, and I got to see J.D. Vance, and I introduced myself. I said, "I am Vivek Malik. I'm Missouri State Treasurer." And he said, "You are my second favorite Vivek." And it took me a second to understand that why he said that, because his middle child's name is Vivek too. So Vivek is quite a popular name these days. But anyway, it is my honor and privilege to serve as your 48th state treasurer. Thank you. And it is truly a privilege to be with you today when I look out at this room, because I just don't see students. I see future leaders. I see mayors, attorneys, engineers, small business owners, public servants, and maybe even one of you standing in my shoes someday as Missouri State Treasurer. So, thank you. You represent the best of Missouri, and I am here to talk about one of the most important ideas we hold as Americans. the promise of this country. When I took office as the state treasurer, I laid out 3 guiding principles, what I call my 3 Ps. The first P, protecting taxpayers' dollars. We protect taxpayers' money. Every dollar that comes through the state treasury belongs to the people, and it must be managed with honesty, transparency, and care. Second, we provide opportunity through the programs in the Treasurer's Office, such as the Most 529 program, College Savings Program, which some of you or most of you may have taken advantage of if your parents opened an account for a 529 for you. Or support for individuals with disabilities through the Moable program. Or helping our farmers and small businesses by cutting more than 30% on the interest rates by offering them low interest cost loans through the MoBucks program. Or helping Missourians reclaim their lost property through the unclaimed money by showmemoney.com. And I would urge you all to look up on your cell phones by going to showmemoney.com and putting in your parents' first name, last name, and search, because we have $1.5 billion of that lost money that belongs to Missourians, and 1 out of 10 Missourians has that money, and average payout is $300. And if you find any money, tell your parents half of it belongs to you because you are the finder of that. But it is the third P what I want to talk to you about today. And it is one of the P that means most to me and is closest to my heart. And that third principle is promoting the promise of America. Let me tell you what I mean when I say that. When I came to United States 23 years ago, I was 24-year-old, and that was the first flight of my life ever. I had never flown in an airplane before that time. And that was the longest flight from New Delhi, India to Chicago O'Hare. And then I took my second flight from O'Hare to St. Louis. And then took a cab to go to Cape Girardeau to Southeast Missouri State University, for where I was going to pursue my graduate studies in business administration. When I arrived in Cape Girardeau, it was 10:30 p.m. on August 11, 2001. And I was supposed to stay with a grad student for a few days before I would get my own room in a dorm. And it was Saturday evening, so I knocked on the door. Nobody responded. And after a few knocks, I was just waiting if somebody would come. And the cab driver who brought me from St. Louis to Cape Girardeau, kind of in a high-pitched voice, said, "Nobody's home. It's Saturday night. Everybody has gone partying." So I was stranded. I had no place to go. I had no phone numbers, no friends, no relatives to call. And the cab driver, he was getting late. He was like, "Where do you want me to drop you?" And I was like, "I don't know." I had basic conversational English. I was trying to do my best to explain. So he helped me put my bags back in the cab and dropped me at the Cape Girardeau police station. So that was my initial introduction to the United States. But the story gets better from here. Coming from India at that time, and you're dropped at police station, you think you have done something wrong. Because where I came from, you do not go to police seeking help. You only go to the police if you've done something wrong. So my calf muscles, my legs were trembling as I entered the police station. The officer was very nice, though. He offered me water, calmed me down, and helped me understand what I was trying to do. I was trying to explain him what I have been going through. And he said, "Don't worry, here's the Yellow Pages. Call some of the hotels." How many of you, by the way, know about Yellow Pages? Okay, wow. Quite a few hands, I see. Is that what you learned from TikTok? Because you won't find Yellow Pages today. So Yelp has taken over the Yellow Pages today. So I dialed a few hotels, and everything was $59, $69, and I was making the calculation how much it is in rupees, and I couldn't afford it. So on my fourth call, somebody picked up the phone and said, "Budget in, this is Pushpa Patel, how may I help you?" And that just sparkled my eyes. I said, "Do you speak Hindi?" And she said, "Yes." And I told her what my problem was, and she said, "Don't worry, I'm sending a cab. You'll be here in less than 10 minutes." I got to the motel on Kings Highway in less than 10 minutes, and she offered me a good discount where I could afford the hotel room for a couple days. And I was hungry. My last meal was on the last flight to O'Hare more than 25 hours ago. So I asked if there's any place I can go and eat. And she said, "Everything's closed, it's late, but we have some leftover dinner if you would like that." I said, "Please." She heated up the dinner, brought it to my room, and I literally had tears in my eyes. My first night as a foreign student in a new country, not knowing anyone, and I get home-cooked Indian meal. That's not a coincidence. That was a sign for me that I belong to this place. And from that moment onwards, I fell in love with this place, United States, and especially Missouri. And exactly 1 month after the date of my arrival, September 11 happened. The worst tragedy, the terrorist attack that we saw on our land. That's when I saw all Americans come together, irrespective of their political affiliations, their differences, their different opinions, as one. And that prompted me to go to law school to study about our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence. I graduated and practiced law for the last 19 years. I helped thousands of people through my law practice, but I knew if I had to make a difference, it has to be through public service. And that's where I got into public service after 19 years in practice of law. But I knew from that moment onwards, from the first night in Cape Girardeau on after the first encounter, how this country was all about freedom and liberty, that I knew in my heart God brought me to America for a reason, and He brought me to Missouri for a purpose. And from that moment on, I believed in this country, not because it was easy, but because it was good. I earned 2 master's degrees, one in law and one in business administration, and here I stand before you as your 48th state treasurer. And that is not my story. That is an American story. That is an American dream. And here is what you need to know. You were born into this dream. You didn't have to leave your homeland. You didn't have to navigate airports and dorms or yellow pages. You were born with the greatest gift imaginable, the opportunity to live in the United States of America and thrive. You have already won the biggest lottery of life, that is to be born here. But I also know this: your generation is not without challenges. You're growing up in a world that is more connected than ever before, and yet more disconnected from reality. Social media floods you with images, opinions, and noises, but it often leaves you feeling more alone than ever. It tells you what to think, what to feel, how to look, who to follow, but it rarely gives you space to ask, who am I? What do I really believe? And while you're trying to find those answers, you're watching a political world that feels more divided and angry than ever before. It's easy to get cynical, easy to think that there are only 2 sides, and that if you don't belong to one of them, you don't belong anywhere. But that's not true. Maybe you have even asked yourself, where do I fit in this picture? Do I even have to shout louder to be heard? Do I have to stay silent to survive? And let me tell you clearly, no, you do not. Absolutely not. You can carve your own space. You can choose a different way. You can be the generation that listens before speaking, that builds instead of breaking, that stands firm without tearing others down. That is the promise of America. That you are not trapped by where you started, not limited by noise around you. You are free to think, to build, to serve, and to lead. So here's my challenge to all of you. Take what you have been given, this precious gift of liberty, and do something with it. Protect it, not just with words, but with actions. Provide for others. Use your voice and your talents to lift people up and promote this promise of America, not just with speeches, but with your life, with actions, real actions. Let others see in you what is possible when faith, freedom, and hard work comes together. One day, you may be standing where I am today, giving back to this country, to your state, that gave you everything. Or maybe you will be raising a family, running a business, serving in a uniform, or leading your community. Whatever you do, never forget what you have inherited, and never forget that you are capable of becoming. So, with that, I would say, God bless you, God bless our great state, and God bless our great nation. Thank you.
All right, we ready? So we'll get started here in just a sec. I'll have you come over here. Thank you. Really just outstanding. Treasurer Malik, such a pleasure to have you here. And it's such a pleasure to have you help us with this really important part of our day. We are ready to announce the winners of our municipal elections. Before we do, we have a quick video. Gentlemen, last night I introduced you to our values. One of those values is we engage in civics. We learn by doing. We don't learn government, we do government. You took that first step today by now electing your winners, your representatives, for each of your individual cities. I could not be more excited to announce those results, so when your name is called, please stand and be recognized. And for all of those who have been elected mayor of their respective cities, please join myself and Treasurer Malik on stage. Mayors, I'm going to ask you to enter the stage from this side over here, and then we'll have you line up in front, okay? Are y'all ready? Yeah. Again, I'm going to need some noise. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's see what Blair had to say, gentlemen. For City Council at Large, Dominic Daniel Kennebec, Federalist. For City Council at Large, Carson Devereaux Grensnick, Nationalist. For City Council in the lovely Ward 3, Ty. Oh, you got a runoff. Get ready, guys. That's exciting. City Council Ward 2, Seamus Matthew Shepard, Federalist. City Council Ward 1, Tucker Weber Gilmore, Federalist. Your Municipal Judge, Kai Wan So, Nationalist. Your City Treasurer, Hunter Lamont Kelly, Nationalist. And the Mayor of Blair City. Can I get a drum roll, please? What party's gonna be? I don't know. Let's see. Nationalist Andrew William Byrd. Come on up, Andrew. Woo! Wow. The Nationalists start strong. Let's see what's happening in Boone City. You ready, Boone? Where's Boone? Boone. City at large. Griffin Thomas Murray, Nationalist. City Council at large. Kyle Henry Ruse, Federalist. City Council Ward 3. Garrett Allen Smith, Nationalist. City Council Ward 2. Guyan Singh Graywall, Federalist. City Council Ward 1. Nolan Steve Frankum, Nationalist. The Municipal Judge from Boone City, Ryan James Stowe, Nationalist. The City Treasurer, Nationalist Wyatt Amroth. You go, Wyatt. Nice job. And the Mayor of beautiful Boone City. Let's check the board. Federalist, Merrick Wolfram Rice. Come on up. All right, Carnahan. All right, Carnahan. City Council at large, Carnahan City. Tie. You got work to do, gentlemen. Tight race, tight race. City Council at large number 2. Tie. Woo. Carnahan. That's exhausting, Carnahan. City Council Ward 3. Nicholas Leandre Turner, Nationalist. City Council Ward 2. Jax Monroe Sunderman, Nationalist. City Council Ward 1. Nicholas William Bueller, Federalist. Municipal Judge, Ty. Whoa, Carnahan, indecisive city. City Treasurer, Ty. Oh, what? All right, hang with me, hang with me. The Mayor of Carnahan City, Nationalist Christian Paul Amerlio. Wow. Carnahan. Carnahan. Whew. That was exhausting, Carnahan. All right, Carver. Where's Carver? It's not a tie. City Council at large. Judson William Morrison, Nationalist. City Council at large. Gavin R. Gittenmeyer, Federalist. City Council Ward 3. Josiah Malcolm Armstrong, Nationalist. City Council Ward 2. Tie. I love a tie, guys. I love a tie. City Council Ward 1. Adrian Luis Campos, Nationalist. Municipal Judge, Federalist Abnav Palu. City Treasurer, Nathaniel Glenn Alley, Federalist. Now, will the Federalists round out the top of the ticket? of Carver City. Let's check the board. Nationalist, Thomas M. Kessler. Wow. The Nationalists say this will not stand and take the top seat. Wow. Turn of events. Clark City, where's Clark? All right, Clark. City Council at Large. Jake Ryan Blanks, Federalist. City Council at Large, Samuel David Skinner, Federalist. City Council, Ward 3. Theodore Edward No, Federalist. Can the Federalists go for 4? City Council, Ward 2. Miles Carter Elson, Federalist. City Council, Ward 1. Nationalist Nicholas Andrew Cook. He says no more. Municipal Judge, Federalist Harris Dennis Lane. City Treasurer, Nolan Patrick Fellows, Nationalist. Clark City, you guys need to pick a mayor. Could be a Federalist, could be a Nationalist. We just don't know. Who's it gonna be? Let's find out. Ethan Charles Garrard, Federalist. Where's Crowder City? All right, Crowder. That guy in the brown shirt, you're very excited about this, Crowder. I'm excited for you, okay? City Council at Large. Jervis Anish Jose, Nationalist. City Council at Large. Rafe Luis Eldon Brayman, Federalist. City Council, Ward 3. Kirsten Rose Sigrafus, Federalist. City Council, Ward 2. Benjamin Lee Schroeder, Nationalist. Let's check out Ward 1. Nationalist Ethan M. Sestak. How about Municipal Judge? Nationalist Grayson Dennis Horwitz. City Treasurer. Nationalist Nolan R. Baird. And lastly, the illustrious mayor of Crowder City. Could be your model city, I don't know. Caden Joseph Langeliger, Federalist. Stop here. Yes, sir. There we go. Thanks, guys. All right, Donovan. Where we at, Donovan? My city of Missouri Boys State. City Council at Large. How about Gideon Henry Kircher, Federalist? City Council at Large. Peyton Michael Avery Dimmock, Federalist. City Council, Ward 3. Hendrick Lane Van Asselt, Nationalist. City Council, Ward 2. Nick Evan Bauer, Nationalist. Ward 1. Jack Dennis Henderson, Federalist. Municipal Judge, Nationalist William T. Head. City Treasurer, Peyton Allen Rowe, Federalist. And the mayor of Donovan City, joining Treasurer Malik and myself on stage. Let's check it out. Hudson Ernie Stombo, Nationalist. All right, let's head on to Dugan. Dugan, where you at, Dugan? Let's get your city council. Number 1, Gabriel Michael Volker, Federalist. City Council at Large. Jack Kiefer Thompson, Federalist. City Council, Ward 3. Sutton Irving Royal Rogers, Federalist. City Council, Ward 2. Reese Alexander Robinson, Federalist. Potentially sweeping the entire City Council. Oh, Nationalist Gaydon Walker Adams. Nice flex, Gaydon. Municipal Judge. Let's see it. John Patrick Scullin, Nationalist. City Treasurer, Braden Edward Federoff, Federalist. And the Mayor of Dugan City. Let's get ready, let's get loud for David Bradley Swallow, Nationalist. All right, guys, we're halfway. Hang in there. Whew, getting tired. Let's talk about Gambrell. Where's Gambrell? Ah, look at Gambrell on the top shelf, repping loud. All right, Gambrell, let me hear you. City Council at Large, Wyatt Marlin Lane, Federalist. Brockton James Gow, Federalist. Ward 3, Tyler Robert Kelly, Federalist. Ward 2, William Allen Humphrey, Nationalist. Ward 1, Peyton Ray Oweth, Federalist. Municipal Judge, Sean B. McDaniel, Nationalist. City Treasurer, Neil Zhang, Federalist. And the Mayor of Gambrell City, who should take the stairs down, not jump over, Logan Austin Howell, Federalist. Ingle City, where's Ingle? There they are, look at that. City Council at Large, Connor Padrig Morris, Federalist. City Council at Large, Peter Stephen Ensminger, Nationalist. City Council Ward 3, Blake Thomas Schweitzer, Federalist. Ward 2, Aiden William Taylor, Nationalist. Ward 1, Shane Thomas Borquin, Federalist. The Municipal Judge, Ingle City, Andrew Almgod Magali, Federalist. For City Treasurer, Nathan Gregory Schwally, Nationalist. And the Mayor of Ingle City, I don't know if it's Kevin, I don't know. Are you ready? Let's check it. Kevin Kai, Federalist. All right, Ingle. Yeah, just keep coming. That guy called it. He did. Con City. Con City. All right. City Council at Large. Tie. Wow, Con. City Council at Large. Tie. Whew. Work to do. Ward 3. Jeremiah Montez Bell, Nationalist. Ward 2. Alexander James Lewinsky, Federalist. Ward 1. Keegan Nicholas Goody, Nationalist. Municipal Judge, Daniel Xavier Nooner, Nationalist. City Treasurer, Gideon Carter Yost, Federalist. And the Mayor of Con City, namesake of our own Herb Con, who you'll see on Friday. Let's talk to Caden Willis Innes, Nationalist. Let's take a visit to Lewis and see what they had to say. We're all over Lewis. City Council at Large, Xander Dennis Schumacher, Nationalist. City Council at Large, Roland Evans Langford, Nationalist. Ward 3, Tristan Ushin Armstrong, Nationalist. Ward 2, Joe Isaiah Gonzalez, Federalist. Ward 1, Connor James Bucco, Federalist. Municipal Judge, Isaac Aaron Bales Rodriguez, Federalist. City Treasurer, Samuel Oliver McClavick, Federalist. And the Mayor of Lewis City, Are we ready? Let's see it. Parker Douglas Evans, Nationalist. Now, if you come down, probably about right here. Yeah, you're good. And just stay on that line. All right, Pershing. All right, Pershing. Let's see it. City Council at Large, William Robert Bowles, Nationalist. Next, James Joseph Shepard, Nationalist. Ward 3, Elliot R. Grenier, Federalist. Ward 2, Silas Randall Stevens, Federalist. Ward 1, Baron Raphael Carey, Nationalist. Municipal Judge, Evan Michael Murray, Nationalist. City Treasurer, Cole Frederick Schweitzer, Nationalist. And the Mayor of Pershing City. Are you ready for Bryce Avery, Civic Nationalist? Richardson. Where are you at, Richardson? Let's find out who your city council is. Let's start with Jamison Michael Bright, Federalist. Caleb Wyatt Hagel, Nationalist. Ward 3, Alexander Michael Wilson, Nationalist. Ward 2, Grant Edward Lehman, Nationalist. Ward 1, Alexander Paul Baguette, Federalist. All right, Municipal Judge. Anthony Nathaniel Kunkler, Nationalist. For City Treasurer, Richardson City, Samuel Curtis Niblett, Nationalist. And the Mayor of Richardson City. Who could it be? I'm going to tell you right now, it's Eric David Travis, Nationalist. Sorry, guys. Dad needs a drink. All right, Weir. Where's Weir? All right, Weir. City Council at Large. Sean Connor Anstein, Federalist. City Council at Large. Brandon Lee Waters, Federalist. City Council, Ward 3. Ty. City Council, Ward 2. Zachary George Carlsnett, Federalist. City Council, Ward 1. Aiden Richard Day, Federalist. Municipal Judge, Weir City, Carter Wayne Keithley, Nationalist. City Treasurer, Weir City, Joseph Emmanuel Lundgren, Federalist. And the Mayor of Weir City, all the way from Nationalist Party, Luke Michael Font. All right, guys, we've made it to Whitfield, the final city to announce. Are we ready? Let's figure this out. City Council at Large, Whitfield City. Survey says Jacob Allen Basson, Nationalist. City Council at Large number 2, Android T. Shaw, Nationalist. City Council, Ward 3, Parker Ryan Schwab, Nationalist. City Council, Ward 2, Cove Zachariah Vance, Nationalist. Ward 1, James Gregory Beeker. 5 in a row, Nationalists. Let's see the Municipal Judge. Nationalist, Thomas Harold Fairman. All right. All right. City Treasurer, let's see. Federalist, Damian Landon Hance. All right, guys. the final elected mayor of Missouri Boys State, Whitfield City. Are you ready for none other than Finn Riley Young, nationalist? Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Stay up here,
Thank
guys.
you, sir.
Stay right here, guys. Congratulations. Congrats. 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 Congrats.
Thanks.
Gentlemen, awesome job. All right, gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, gentlemen. Our special guest, Treasurer Malik, will now administer the oath of office for our newly elected mayors. Gentlemen, if you could please face this way towards the podium.
First of all, congratulations to all elected mayors. And before I administer you the oath of office, to everyone present here, I would like to say, if you would like an opportunity for an internship or a shadowship or externship in our office at the Missouri State Treasurer's Office, please, you can apply to our office, and you can also contact the person standing right behind by the door, raising his hand, Jackson Bailey. So now we are ready to take the oath. All right. I want you to raise your right hand up high. Right. And please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Missouri, and the Constitution of Boys State, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor according to the best of my ability. Thank you. Congratulations.
Mayors, hold on, mayors. Mayors, stay up here, please. We're not ready for you to leave yet. You're all congratulating each other too quickly. Mayors, come back up in line. Thank you. Again, as you all know, we have a tradition here at Missouri Boys State. All of our speakers are honored guests, and we couldn't be more proud to have Treasurer Malik join us here today. What an incredible opportunity, an incredible story, a real heartwarming journey that you took getting here to the state of Missouri. And we thank you for taking the time away from your family and your job, which is very important, to join us here in St. Charles. We'd be honored if you would join us as an honorary staff member. Here's our latest and greatest in staff polo attire. And when you're saving taxpayer dollars, if you want to wear this around the state capitol, we'd love it. So, Secretary Myers, all right. All right. Mayors, if you could do us a favor and line up. I'm going to have one of you start right here and just spread out along this line. State Treasurer Malik, I'll have you come over here with us. We're going to get a shot of our newly elected mayors. Gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you very much. Give you that. Thank you. All right, mayors, if you could step down this way, please. Have you go back to your cities. Thank you. Congratulations, guys. Oh, sorry. Nice job, guys. Okay. All right, gentlemen. You've just established the foundation of your municipal government. The torch has been passed to you. Now is the time for you to begin leading your city to greatness in alignment with our Missouri Boys State values of engaging in civics. Following this assembly, you now each will choose a school of instruction to attend. This represents a crucial moment for your Boys State experience.